I just gotta pull the mount off here. 3 bolts there. 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 bolts there. Bolts off. Started lowering it down. Leave that mount out. Dock get the color down here. Got the alternator off, got the compressor off. I'm gonna take off pretty much everything I can and then sand it down and prep it for paint. Alright, so I just got the half shaft out. I'm going to work on taking off this exhaust shield. I'm probably going to pull the manifold off depending on how seized the studs are. Alright, so I just got this cover off here. This bottom bolt, the bracket's not right off. It's right here. These two are fine. I'm probably gonna cut these off, clean that up, and wrap these. I was gonna get a new manifold, but they're pretty expensive, and I can't see many power benefits from getting a manifold. I have the full race catback. It's good enough for me. So I'll wrap these with like a gold header wrap and clean them up real nice too. Alright, manifold's off. Off quite nicely. And it's pretty dirty. It's gonna be satisfying clean. I'm gonna keep unbolting stuff here. Mount bracket. Just working towards getting this transmission off. Alright, so I got a bunch of stuff done off camera. Pulled the tranny off. Pulled off pretty much everything that I could. I got the clutch unbolted, so let's see what this looks like. I mean, it's hurting, but it's actually not that bad. So at first glance, it's really not that bad. so you can see this. Sent it a little too hard, but this is torched. There we go. Torched. Alright, I got the engine on the stand, sketchily, and I'm prepping it to power wash it. I'm gonna tape off everything, stuff some rags in there. And I got some caps for all this kind of stuff here. So I got the engine remasked. I went with foil tape just because it's a bit stronger. I don't want to get anything in there. So I'm mixing 3 parts water with 1 part industrial purple degreaser. And then I'm going to spray the engine down, scrub it, and hose it off. It's time for paint. So I'm just gonna mask all this off here. Barcodes, sensors, whatever. And then I went with the VHT metallic. Go for that OEM look. And then, yeah, I'm gonna paint the tranny, the engine, and then start cleaning up all the accessory pieces, the water pump housing, and bolting on all our new parts. I broke off the NOx sensor. It was a $100 mistake there, but whatever. And after we paint the engine and the tranny, paint the valve cover, and start putting everything back in. All right, I've got a couple coats on each. Turned it a little bit bluer than I expected, but it looks pretty good. I'm gonna wait an hour, demask it, and start prepping other stuff in the meantime. Alright, so engine tranny painted, and I unmasked everything. It's pretty good. Also working on the valve cover. The inside looks pretty healthy. I'll do a valve adjustment too while I have the valve cover off. I can do right now is take out this old knock sensor that I broke, put in the new one. This was an expensive part to break, but it's nice to have a freshie on. Change of plans. I had kind of a shitty day at work and I really want to see this black. So I'm going to finish up cleaning up all this old paint, and I'm going to lay down some wrinkle, and hopefully it looks good. Pop it on the engine and get that satisfaction that I really need today. I have the valve cover set up on the tires here, the wire wheel. I'm just going to go to town and see how it looks. All masked. I did an okay prep job, sanded it up to 800. Didn't remove all the paint, but the wrinkle should hold it down pretty good. So I just started bolting stuff on. I have pretty much everything new around here. Compressor, alternator, thermostat hosing. The water pump's new. I got fresh gaskets all in there. Cleaned up the oil filter, cooler. Painted the heat shield for the oil filter. And the valve cover turned out like shit. That's fine. And then this is pretty much all I have left to do that's small for the engine. I am gonna clean this up. I was gonna paint it black, but I don't think it'll look good. So I'm gonna paint it silver. Not this silver, but this silver. Where's the paint? So I ended up getting this. It says cast aluminum. So I think it should look pretty good. It'll look similar to this. It's caliper paint, good for 900. Intake's not gonna see that much, so that should be fine. And yeah, so I'm gonna clean this up. I'm gonna cut these off. This here. I don't need this. This is for the VTEC cover. And yeah, just gonna try to clean it up the best I can and then paint it silver. Now I'm just painting the odds and ends. And working on getting this fuel rail off so I can start working on cleaning and painting the intake. Now I'm just taking a quick lunch break. This. I put in a bunch of work today on the engine. I just finished painting up the EGR housing. It looks awesome. And all these accessories came out super, super nice. And now I'm just working on the intake. So I cut these off here. I'm gonna shave these. This is the ground for the ECU. I'm gonna leave that because I don't like the look of it on the valve cover. It looks stupid. So cut these off. I'm gonna shave these down. Cut this off as well, and then clean it up. See in here where the injectors go, it's super, super filthy. I pulled the injectors out, clean them up, grease the O-rings. They're not dry or anything. They are a little bit pitted, but they should work. And yeah, I'm just gonna start going on this intake. I just shaved down these pieces here. This one was easy. This one was a bit harder because I had all this stuff in the way, but turned out all right. Cleaned up this casting mark here and the one on the front as well. And then there were these two little pieces just sitting there, kind of like this one. Just shaved those down too. I'm gonna give it a quick sand and then start cleaning. Finished up cleaning the intake off. It's a little tricky actually to get that perfectly smooth, and you can't really get it to be the same texture as the rest of the intake, but I've laid the paint down. I think there's a couple spots I could touch up. Mostly just worried about the top. As long as I have paint on the bottom, I'm not too worried about what it looks like. But the top, you can see there's spots like right here. There, and lay down a little bit, but it looks really, really good. Super happy with this. Alright, so I decided I'm gonna port match. So I've got, I'll cover it up. The aluminum makes a mess, so I'm just gonna do it light, and then I'll do the intake. I just went light around the sides a bit here, just to match here. I was gonna do right here, just kind of sharpen that up, but I don't care too much. I just prepped the manifold. Not crazy. It's stuff I just couldn't get. It doesn't really matter. This stuff goes on pretty easy. And I'm just painting it to kind of treat the surface before I wrap it with the header wrap. So I'm gonna paint it and then I'll put on the header wrap. I've got the engine on the stand. Putting the clutch together. I gotta take this pilot bushing out. I'm gonna use bread because I've never done it. Usually use a puller. So here I go. Got it. So I kept hammering at it pretty fucking hard, and then I saw it was split a little bit. I don't know if it comes like that. I don't think so. Here's the new one. And, oh yeah, it has a little crack in it. So once it split, it started coming out at the top here, and then I just grabbed my screwdriver, popped it out. So the bread works even when you think it's not working. Just keep hammering. I gotta pick all this shit out. That's not good. Alright, now I'm installing the flywheel. It's my action clutch. Super easy. flywheel's torqued on. I'm start putting this together. This, a bit of this, and just like that. Fuck. Transmission's mated. Clutch is changed. And I think I'm ready to drop it in. So next I have to remove the front bumper. I'm gonna remove the front bumper. I'm changing the condenser. So I'm gonna take out the condenser and the rad. I'm gonna take off the top of the core support, and then I'm gonna try to drop it in from the top. So before I put the engine in, I have to clean the engine bay, clean the subframe. I'm gonna pressure wash it and then trim clad rust paint. Bolt the subframe in, and then drop the engine on. It's a bit of a rainy day, so I figured I'd clean up the subframe before I paint it. I just sprayed some degreaser on it, let it soak in, pressure wash it. And I just got Rust-Oleum black, just take care of all the rust spots. I'm not gonna go too crazy with it, but I just want to clean it up a bit before I put it back in. The underside is super greasy. This is gonna be pretty satisfying. Stripping the paint off the valve cover because I just couldn't stand to look at it. Do a few coats of that, scrape it off. Subframe's all cleaned up pretty good. Some spots that are harder to get on the bottom because they're real caked on. This paint will stick to anything, so I'm not too worried. So I'm just gonna blow all the water out of the frame here in the holes, and I don't know if I'm gonna wax it before or after, but I've got some wax that I'm gonna spray inside the subframe, just to keep it treated inside and outside. While I wait for this to come off, I got some paint. It's aluminum. The camera's dirty. There you go. It's aluminum trim clad rust paint. I'm gonna paint all the bolts here that are on the intake, the transmission bolts, whatever I see that's on like the silver stuff. And then anything on black, I got some black. I can do stuff like that. These ones here, just clean it up a little more. I'm just doing a bunch of small stuff. Subframe's painted both sides, just letting it dry. I just laid it on thick, just to cover the rust. This paint's coming off okay. It's pretty satisfying doing this, actually. Use this easy strip, works pretty well. And I painted these bolts here on the intake. Looks pretty good. As well, these 4 here. Looks a lot better. So next I'm gonna start pressure washing this engine bay. So I'll probably time lapse that. It's pretty dirty. I got this blocked off here, ragging the exhaust. Just gonna watch I don't get any water in there for the cabin filter, and it should all come up pretty easy. I think I'm ready to put this subframe in now, so I just cleared out the area. And yeah, I'm just gonna put it, I gotta put it on a jack on each side and jack it up a little bit at a time. And yeah, get this subframe in there. I've got a subframe. Looks great. Connectors are all in. There's an exhaust hanger there. I'm gonna leave that till I put the engine in. Yeah, looks awesome. I'll blow some of the dirt off, but looks really good. Just got the valve cover back from the sandblasting. Looks pretty good. Some spots where it gonna turn out pretty good now. A lot better than it looked for sure. I also got the engine in. Brutal, but got it in. Put it in through the top. I just had to take off the compressor and the alternator and this battery tray. And then, yeah, I just dropped it in. Getting these mounts in was pretty brutal, but looks good. All right, redemption for this valve cover. So, got it sandblasted. I hit it with the Scotch-Brite to smooth it out. I hit it with alcohol. I heated it up. And now, I'm gonna try again. I didn't really film anything, but it's all pretty much done. I have the valve cover drying, so I'll throw the valve cover on, just clean the throttle body, I'll put the throttle body on, intake, bolt to ball disc, get that harness run through, coils, put together the wiper cowl, and then she's almost ready to run. I put transmission fluid in, I got the axles in, ball joints, tie rods, and then I started installing the new stereo too. A bit of a mess in there. It's gonna look awesome. Yeah, and here's the throttle body. Crinkle black on the throttle body. That's gonna look really, really good on the silver intake.